Hi, welcome back to Hawaii Turo. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you did. If you're wondering what is Turo, what is it? Turo is a way, it is an app that will help you make money, and we all love money. You know what? If you want to rent your personal car out to other people, I know it sounds crazy, but you can do that. This app will let you do that. I upload every single Thursday about tips, tricks, and stats to help you maximize the amount of money that you can make. So let's get into this video. So this video is going to be about when you come across certain situations where you have to collect fees. If you haven't come across these situations yet, you will. So the first situation is this. You know, your car will come back at a certain time. And let's just say you're waiting whatever at the designated spot, or maybe you're not waiting, maybe you have self-park or whatever somewhere. Point is, they're supposed to come back at a certain time, and you're standing there or you're watching GPS, you're wondering, the time goes by, and maybe 10-15 minutes goes by, you're wondering, where's the car? You know, you're like, where is the car? And you're thinking to yourself, what can I do? Can I charge instantly? How does that work? So with Turo, pretty much at 30 minutes to 2 hours, there is a charge. And then for 30 minutes to 2 hours, well, let me phrase that, for 2 hours and more, there is a charge. Simple as that. So that, you know, the lesser charge is from 30 minutes, 2 hours, and 2 hours not charge. When you're waiting for your car, you know, basically when it gets closer to the 30-minute mark, and if they're not in contact, even if they are in contact, you have to send like a message saying that there might be late fees or there will be late fees. That is something that you have to send if you want to get reimbursed, or not reimbursed, to get paid for the fees for people returning cars late. Turo tells you that, but you have to do that. If you don't do that, Turo is not going to pay out on that. It is as simple as that. I've learned the hard way multiple times back when I first started, but now simple thing, just say late fees will be, you are 30 minutes late fees might be excess. Simple as that. Boom, you have it on a clipboard, copy paste, and then boom, that works. You know, that will help you out. You know, that's something that it's somewhere on the terms of service, but do new hosts know about that? Maybe they don't. You know, maybe you're just like, oh, what can I do? You know, did they steal it? I mean, or they just woke up late? I mean, did something, you know, at least you know that you can get money. But one thing you have to know, if this goes on longer, you're only going to get paid, the maximum they pay is like 1 day's worth. So if somebody actually like steals or keeps your car for multiple days, you're only going to get paid out on 1 day. I know it sucks. I didn't make the rules. Turo made the rules, you know, to lessen how much money they have to pay out. It's just the way it is. So I recommend that you should more likely have trackers or something to go get your cars, especially if you have a lot of locals, and yeah, at least you know where the car is, or look, or if you took a picture of the driver's license for local, just go to the address or something. So if you have no way of finding the car, you're basically just waiting on them, and you're not gonna get more than a 1 day charge. You know, that's about it. Just 1 day. But the next thing is this. I know this happened to you. There's no way it hasn't happened to you. You get a car back and you check, you look at the fuel, and it's like 3/4 away. Or maybe it's like, it's super close to being full, but it's not full. You gave it to them full. So you think to yourself, do I charge them? You know, or do I just take the hit? Don't ever take the hit. You have to charge the person. So how do you do it? You know, how do you do it? I'm gonna walk you through how to do it right now. So this is how you charge for fuel. So basically this is the main reservation. I'm pretty sure you know about this. So then you just go to charge for incidental. Then yes, you just start invoice. And then yes, right there. So with this one, we're gonna go with refilling. Then press continue. And you see right there, you can charge gas the cost of missing fuel plus $10 convenience fee. So basically you just put whatever the refilling is, and then it will come out to whatever number. Let's go with about, let's go $14. So we go $14, then we go done. You see how it comes out at $24? That's a $10 convenience fee. And that's pretty simple. You know, then you just press the save, and it does that. And then basically they have about 2 days to accept or dispute it. And after 2 days, if they don't do that, then you automatically get the money. It's pretty simple. Just one more thing. Take a picture of the receipt, upload it to the photos, and that's how that works. So that's how you do it. You know, basically, you know, that's how you get your $10 convenience fee. It wasn't always like that. Before, you just charge them for whatever, and you didn't get any fee. You didn't get any compensation. So I was glad. That's like one of the few things that I really liked that Turo did about a year and a half ago. I mean, it's easy. So when I see a car, you know, I look at the fuel gauge when it comes back, and I see that it's like 3/4 or whatever, I'm like, yes, I like that, because I'm getting $10 minimum regardless if they accept or, you know, dispute it or whatever, which they usually don't. Doesn't matter. The point is, you will get paid on that. And those $10 charges, they add up. If you got like 10 plus cars in over a month, just imagine how many of that. Imagine how much money, more revenue that brings in for you. It brings in quite a lot. I know for me, so far this month, I've done probably, like 10 of them? I think, yeah, like 10. So it's probably at least $100. The next thing is, you know, you're getting your car ready, you know, you wash it, you vacuum, you get all ready looking nice. You know, you're ready to present this car. You know, you're waiting there, you're standing there, and you look at the time, and you're like, this is the time. You know, 10 minutes go past, 20 minutes go past, and you're wondering, where are these people? You know, what's going on? You know, you got other stuff to do. Your time is money. You don't want to be sitting there waiting there forever. So you try to message them, you try to call them, and they don't respond, or their phone's off. I've had that so many times. You know, you're like, what can I do? You know, do you call Turo? Do you try to see if Turo has a no-show fee? Well, Turo does have a no-show fee, but they've changed it from when I first started. It's not so much host-friendly anymore. You ask, Matt, why is it not host-friendly? Why? I'm about to tell you why. You know, now or before, when somebody never showed up, I believe it's 30 minutes, you call Turo, boom. If they booked a day, if they booked a week, you got paid out on all of that, and your day open back up and you get it rebooked. Regardless, if they call you an hour later, 2 hours or whatever. But now, the maximum, I believe they only pay you like a day's worth. But your days are open. But let's imagine, someone booked your car 3 months in advance, and it's booked for like, I don't know, 10 days, and they don't show nothing, and you do a no-show, you're only going to get 1 day's worth. I know it sucks. I hate that. What can you do? Well, what I do personally is that I never do the no-show. Very rarely I do a no-show like that. I will wait and wait for them to contact me and come get that car. But then they'll be on my schedule and my time. They will wait until I'm good and ready to give them that car. Then you ask yourself, what if they never, you know, whatever, they never call you or anything to get the car? Then oh well, you know, then they lose, you know, will lose whatever. The reservation stays intact. But you're like, oh, you know, according to Turo wants you to market it as a no-show. I mean, that's up to you. If you only want to get paid for 1 day or a week, that's all up to you. Me, that's losing way too much money, and it makes no sense. You know, if you book a car at Hertz and then you cancel, they charge you, unless it was a free cancellation. But Turo's not free cancellation. You know, no, it's not. They charge you. You know, you reserved it for that long and you blocked off all those days. It really makes no sense not to charge you. But in the end, that got to be your decision. You know, I mean, that's very rarely has happened to me. Every single time they have contacted me, every single time. It could have been what? It could have been 5 hours later. an hour later. I mean, but they, like 99% of the time, they will contact you saying that they thought they put a different time, or they slept in, or just something. But I just gotta say, just don't be quick to marking somebody a no-show. If it's one day, then yes. Obviously, if it's one day, at 30 minutes, that's still too early. But I would say if you're a couple hours and it's only one day, I would definitely mark it a no-show. But anything longer than really one day, I mean, it's really, you rushing to do that, to cancel it, you're just going to lose money. And who wants to lose money in this business? Margins are already tight as it is. You gotta try to keep the money and make the money. You know what I mean? So the next fee is going to be the EV charging fee. I don't have an electric vehicle. I never had one, so I don't really know too much about it. But if you do rent out electric vehicles like, you know, Teslas, you know, Leafs, I mean, anything that's just full on electric, there is a charge if the people don't bring it back at the same level that you gave it to them. I believe it says right here, but it breaks it down by the percentage, $50, $20, $10. And this is a big one, the gray market transaction fee. So just imagine if somebody wants to give you money, or they're in the chat messaging you and they're saying they're gonna give you money for something to keep you to, you know, to stay there so you don't leave, or even just for cleaning or anything. Do not accept money, because that is called gray market transaction, and you can be charged like thousands of dollars if they find out. You know, if there's like written, documented stuff on there saying that you accepted or you said you accepted, that is not good for Turo. You have to collect money through Turo always. That's just the way it is, and that's how you have to do it. It's the pet policy violation. So if people want to bring pets into the car and they want to basically shed all over the car, there is a fee for that. And the fee is basically, you know, you obviously got to take pictures and, you know, upload all of that, and it's $150. You know, that's something that's there for you. You know, because some people, they don't really care. They just bring pets to the car, especially locals. Locals will definitely do that. I've definitely had that problem at least once. You know, but it doesn't happen that often. At least not with me, because I'm all tourist. So, and then the last one, the biggest one, the smoking. For some reason, people do not care about smoking in rental cars. I don't know how Hertz and Enterprise and Alamo and Dollar deals with it, but Turo has a policy in place. I do like this policy. So they have the lower one and they have the higher one. The lower is $50, the highest is $150. So basically, if you smell smoke, just say on the thing, which I'm going to show you right now, basically just put that in there, and boom, you're going to get $50. That's automatic. Don't abuse it, because you can't get fined. Just don't abuse it. Just if it smells like smoke, charge them. Simple as that. You don't have to go back and forth messaging them. Just charge them. But the bigger one, $150, you ask yourself, how do I get $150? If you see ash in the car and all that, then that, and you got to take pictures of all that ash, a lot of ash, just take close-up pictures of all the ash that you see, and that will get you $150. Simple as that. I mean, I just had smoking not too long ago in my 2019 Camaro. So I mean, it's something you deal with. People just don't care. They'll either smoke in the car or they'll smoke outside of the car, but they still got smoke on, you know, on themselves, and they get in the car and there's smoke all over the place. And, you know, they're like, oh, or even like my last one, my 2019 Camaro, it came back, it was locals, which I knew something was going to be wrong. I open the door, the person's getting out of the car, whatever, getting his stuff out, and I see like 5 air fresheners. I'm like, why would somebody put like 5 different air fresheners in the car? Ding, ding. Obviously, they were smoking. And then even obviously, they had the balls to say they weren't smoking. She said she wasn't smoking. I'm like, what? There's other people in the car. I'm like, it's just crazy. But I got $50. Obviously, it's simple. You get paid. So the last thing, which I mean, this is crazy. Let's go over this. So the last thing, just imagine, you know, you're waiting for the car. Oh no, rephrase that. You're at home, whatever. Maybe it's like 30 minutes to go. You're about to go pick up the car. You know, they're returning it, and they call you, hey, I left it at the airport. Come and get it. You're like, what the heck? Like, you're supposed to return it back to my address. why is it at the airport? And then you hung up the phone, you can't get no contact with them, but you have GPS, you know where it's at. You're like, that is not fair. What can I do? Well, there is a improper return fee. See, that's something there to help you. So whenever they return the car not in a spot where it's supposed to be, you can get that charge. I believe it is $50 to $60, but I am going to put it up there. But I think that's what it is. So that really helps you. I mean, like if they return to the airport when they're not supposed to, maybe they abandoned the car somewhere. You know, obviously in that situation, you're gonna have to do a lot of things, but that's just gonna be one of the charges that you're going to do. You know, I mean, there's so many more charges when the car is abandoned, but there are some people, not a lot, there are people who return the car any way they want to, anywhere. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I have done improper return over the last 3.5 years, multiple times. I don't know why, but some people, they're entitled, they don't care. They'll just park the car somewhere, leave the keys on the seat, and just leave. You know, they just done. They don't want to deal with it no more. They just done. Like they're in a rush to go somewhere, which I find that to be crazy. But there are people like that. So yeah. So thank you for watching this far. But I would say hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and wait till next week.